Hello Internet, my name is Ryan, and in this video I just wanted to show you a game I've been working on just to get some opinions about it. So I figured I'd just show you some of the rules and kind of how it's played and just show you a few rounds. Yeah, so the game, this is the game board. Everything is played on it. And you can see there are 4 marsh tiles in the center. Each cell will change states throughout the game. So right now these 4 are in the marsh state. And there's a finite number of states. You can see all of them right here. All these different states that the tiles can be in. And all those states are organized into a tree, which looks like this. So, you know, marsh, if you have a marsh state, it can only change into water, plains, or dirt. I mean, once it's in dirt, it can only change into tree or hut. You can also move up or down. You can be promoted or demoted from the tree. So you can go from marsh to plains, and then if you want, you can go back from plains to marsh. So you move between states with these shapes. So you're randomly given a shape each turn, I guess you would say. You're randomly given a shape to place on the board. And shapes have different types of cells on them. So the green states will promote a cell up the tree. Green states will promote the cell up the state tree. Red will demote a cell down. C will claim a new land. So you notice we'll start with these 4. And so you have this green one, this green piece right here. So you can't place the green on land you haven't claimed, but you can use these cells, these parts right here, to claim new land. And then you have this shape right here, which is used to get victory points, and that's the goal of the game. It's just to get victory points within a certain number of rounds. And the shapes are randomly chosen, but they're chosen from a pool, and they're chosen in kind of a round robin style. So this is kind of the pool. I guess each cell shape is numbered. So this is shape 4. So the pool right now is shape 1, 2, 4, and then I have two of shape 5. And they're chosen like a round robin. So once shape 5 is randomly given, one of these will be randomly chosen, and then it won't be chosen again next time. And then once all of them are used, then it resets, and then you have the whole pool again. So the other kind of thing is that different states have different consequences. They change things. So just to kind of give you an example, so let's say I was randomly at the beginning of the game, it starts like this, I was given this shape, so I could place it like this. I can rotate it any way I want. So I can place it like that. Well, it has to line up. I can place it like that. So if I did that, obviously it would waste that one claiming piece. And then I could place it like that. So let's say I'll place this shape like this. So that means that this cell gets promoted up the tree. So I can change it to a dirt, a plains, or a water. So I'll change it to a dirt. You can see I organize these kind of in the shape of the tree. So I'll change it to a dirt. So this just gets changed to a dirt. And then this goes back to the supply. And then these 2 are randomly chosen. So these 2, since I placed the shape like this, these 2 lands are claimed for me, and they're randomly chosen. So I'll just, instead of usually I use a number generator to place these, but I'll just randomly pick 2. So one of them is dirt and one of them is water. And then since I use this shape this round, it won't. So I use shape 5. Let me show you this again. So that time I used shape 5. So now I'll be randomly given a shape from these options. So let's use this as an example, shape 4. Let's say I was given shape 4. So I can place shape 4 anywhere I want. I could place it here, I could place it right here, I could place it anywhere I want. To move these cells up the tree. Since each of these is green, it moves it up the tree. It promotes it up. So let's say I place this here. So this green one, this piece gets wasted since I haven't claimed this land. And so I have two options here. I have this marsh, which is at the marsh state, so I can move that marsh to dirt, plains, or water. So I'll pick water this time just to be different. So I'll put that water there. And then I also have this piece, this cell, because I placed the piece like this. So I can change this cell, since it's dirt right now, I can change it to a hut or a tree. And so I'll change it to a hut to show you an example of a different rule I haven't explained. So I'll change it to this hut, which looks like a barn, but whatever. Change it to this hut. And then a different rule is you have this shape pool, which is just a pool of shapes. But you notice I have some other shapes made here that aren't in the pool. So you can change your composition of your shape pool over the course of the game. So once I have a cell in the hut state, which I just did, I just changed that dirt to a hut, I get shape 7, and I have to put it into my pool somewhere. And I have to replace, I can only have a maximum of 5 shapes in my pool, so I have to replace one of these cells or shapes in my pool with shape 5, or shape 7. And shape 7 looks like this. And so this shape isn't colored because it's used to get victory points, which is how you win. So I'm going to replace this, I'll replace this shape with, actually, I'll do this one. So I'll take this shape out of my pool, shape 1, and put in shape 7. That only takes into effect at the end of the round, because I haven't used, shape 1 is still in my pool and I haven't used it. And the round ends when I've used all the shapes in my pool. So I'll just write down shape 7 so I remember. So shape 7, and then once I use 1, 2, and 5, then 7 will replace 1 for the next round. So let's say I did all that. So I placed shape 1, I placed shape 2, I placed shape 5, and then now it's the next round. So I'll have shape 7, 2, 4, and then 2 of shape 5 in my pool. And this is my pool for the next round. So now this round, so that's pretty much just, that's the cycle of plays. You get randomly assigned a shape from your pool. You have to place it somewhere, and then you can decide what direction to move along the tree. And then that's how you get victory points, is just moving on the tree. Well, I mean, that's not entirely how you get victory points. The way you get victory points is with shape 7, which I haven't placed yet. So shape 7, you'll see it says like person A, person C, and person B. So with this shape, once you get it, you're randomly given it once it's in your pool, and then you have to place it somewhere on the board. Another rule is that you can only place these people. This is kind of a special type of cell. You can only place the people on the planes, a cell that's in the planes shape. So let's say instead of changing this, well, let's say one of these I was able to change to planes. Instead, I went from marsh just straight to planes. Oh, it was like that. So I would have done that in, a previous turn. And so then this shape I can place anywhere I want, but only the people that are on planes actually take effect. So I can just do this, I guess. So if I place this shape like this, actually like this, if I place this shape like this, then person A would be placed on top of that plane cell, and person C and B would just get wasted because I haven't claimed this land yet. So person A would be placed on, these are my little person tiles. Person A would be placed on this cell right here. And the people don't move, but they get you victory points based on different conditions. So person A gives you victory points per each tree that is adjacent to him. Well, actually, it's each tree in the forest adjacent to him. So these are trees. So if I had a board that looked like this person would get 3 victory points because he's adjacent to a forest of 3 trees. So that's how you get victory points with person A. Person B, you get victory points per each adjacent lake to him. So, if I had him like this, and I have these lakes around him, I would get a victory point per each lake that's adjacent to him. So that I would get 2 victory points. And then, even if that was there, I'd still only get 2. And then person C, you get victory points per each cell that is demoted, demoted down the tree each time that happens adjacent to him. So you notice I haven't used one of these red cells yet. If I had one of these in my pool, which I could get one of these by, I could get one of these shapes by building a beaver dam, or actually a shovel, or a beaver dam. They give you different shapes. So yeah, hut, you see here, hut gives you shape 7, shovel, when you build it, gives you shape 8, beaver dam gives you shape 6. And so once I got, I had one of these, I could place it somewhere, like this, and then you would see that this cell will get demoted down the tree. So right now it's at the lake state, which is like right here. So I'd have to change it into water, which would be my only option. And then this, you'll see I have these other 2 greens that I'd place it like this. So these 2 would have to be promoted up the tree, which would move it from lake up to beaver dam. So it would look like this after I place that shape. That would be water, and then these 2 beaver dams would go right here after I place that shape. So that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of specifics that I dug deep into there. There's still more I kind of glossed over a little bit. But generally, you have to place these shapes. You're given a shape from your shape pool. You have to place it on the board somewhere. You can rotate it however you want. But you have to place it on the board somewhere. And then once you do, the different cells, the different pieces, different cells in the shape dictate what you can do with where you place the shape, dictate what you can do with the cells under where you place the shape. Moving up the tree, down the tree, or claiming new land, or placing people. And that's kind of it. The core mechanism is placing shapes, and the goal is just to get victory points. Yeah. I think that's all I wanted to explain. It's kind of longer than I thought. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully that makes sense. It's kind of a lot to take in, so maybe I should try to explain it better, or maybe you have to watch it a couple times, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.